everyone, Renee here, and I've got a drugstore video for you. I find myself really looking forward to doing these drugstore videos because when I do find those treasures, I feel so proud of myself and I just can't wait to share. This video is in partnership with Walmart, which honestly has the most overwhelming selection of products. I mean, it's truly vast, and I'm not just talking about from the more affordable drugstore brands to the premium luxury ones, but I'm also talking about like some of my favorite obscure K-beauty or J-beauty brands as well. They've got Pyongyang, they've got Hamish All Clean Cleansing Balm, Claire's. So I think what I'm going to do for this video is just to stick to some of my drugstore favorites. Some new really impressive discoveries from skincare to body to also even makeup. Skin to You, when I saw this brand, I immediately had to try it because it's got all those elements that I just appreciate and like. I mean, this line is just a very simple collection of skincare basics with concentrated, simple formulas. And it has a real indie feel to it in the landscape of like these monster brands. Everything's made in the US, cruelty-free, very clean formulas. The one product that stood out to me the most as just being really impressive is this one, their vitamin C. What I love about this simple, no-nonsense formula, there's no added fragrance oils, silicones, alcohols, anything like that. But also, it's just the way it feels. The application is fantastic. It's everything you sort of want in a serum because it's so lightweight, but it's really hydrating as well. This uses 3-O-ethylated ascorbic acid, which is probably one of the newer derivatives. So my own experience with this derivative in the past has always been really good. This has affected my hyperpigmentation. It's been great at sort of evening out my skin tone a bit. So I feel like if you're someone who can't tolerate ascorbic acid or for whatever reason you just don't want to use ascorbic acid, then you really want to consider this. I also want to give a shout out to their jelly cleanser, Ready for This Jelly. This is a bit thinner and runnier than like your gel cleanser. This is great for all skin types. You will love this jelly cleanser because it just gives a really satisfying cleanse, but without stripping your skin or making it feel dry after a little while either. This doesn't contain sulfates or any harsh cleansing agents, but I think at this point, most of our facial cleansers just won't. It's hydrating as well, but yeah, it's just a really kind of pleasurable cleansing experience. I mean, it's got a very faint, natural scent to it, but it's nice. Let's talk about Earth to Skin. This is a brand that kind of came into my radar around the summertime, the late summer. So this brand was created by the largest, and I would say most dominant Korean skincare manufacturer. This manufacturer does all the road shop brands as well as, some of the luxury ones as well. And they manufacture a lot of the skincare products for even Western brands that we see. So Earth to Skin to me is very much like your fun Korean road shop skincare. They're skin-entertaining. They're very like food and fruit, superfood focused. And everything is under $10. So one of my favorite products from the brand is the Honey Cleanser. So this has a very familiar feel. It's low foaming, it's non-stripping, it's gentle, it's hydrating. I also love the honey aspect of it. This also has a nice honey scent to it. I mean, it's not a natural honey scent, but I enjoy it. All their products do have synthetic fragrance to them, so if that's something that bothers you, it's just a heads up. Another serum that I'm just so impressed with is this one from e.l.f. It is their hydrating serum. First of all, this is a pretty clean formula. It doesn't contain any synthetic fragrances, coloring, alcohol, anything that might even be remotely irritating to the skin. One of the most perfect hydrating serums that you can use, particularly during this time of year. It's a hydrating emulsion serum, but it's not heavy. This has the hydrators. It's got the lightweight balancing oils like jojoba and grapeseed. It also has green tea in it, but and there's also a bit of shea butter in it as well. It doesn't even feel that moisturizing, honestly. It just feels like it keeps hydration in your skin. I also feel like some people could use this as sort of like a non-moisturizer too. My skin really loves this. It's really elegant. You could use it on its own, but it's also great and with layers. I mean, yes, Olay Sun Facial Sunscreen and Antioxidants is fantastic. This is a makeup primer. It sits beautifully under makeup. In fact, over, your other skincare, your moisturizers, it just creates the most beautiful, smooth finish. It just kind of disappears into your skin and just leaves it feeling really smooth. This is a chemical formula, hence the invisibility of it all, but it doesn't contain octinoxate or oxybenzone. I love that this has a good amount of niacinamide in it. It also contains vitamin E and green tea extract. There's also a little bit of a fragrance to it. It's Olay. Another nice light moisturizing sunscreen that's great for the fall is this one from Sur Ave, their ultra light moisturizing lotion. Again, this uses all chemical filters, so it's completely invisible, but it is formulated without octinoxate or oxybenzone if you're concerned with that. You know, for drugstore sunscreens, that's really difficult to find. This has an SPF of 30, which is great for every day in the fall and the winter, and it also has 3 different types of ceramides. It's got the hyaluronic acid. But what I consider this is sort of like a more moisturizing, a slightly heavier version of the Olay, because this is also a great primer. It sort of slightly mattifies when you apply this. So even if you apply it over your regular moisturizer, it kind of just balances out the finish on your skin, and makeup sits really nicely over it. So I don't find this to be too moisturizing, actually. I feel like it's just really, really lightweight, which is why I think it's fantastic to use over moisturizer, especially if you have a drier skin type. So it was a pretty revolutionary drugstore move when L'Oreal came out towards the end of last year with their 10% pure L-ascorbic acid serum. It was also waterless and a stable formula. So now Sur Ave, or CeraVe, they have their vitamin C L-ascorbic acid 10%. I have to say I was actually really pleasantly surprised by this. So this is a less simple L-ascorbic acid serum. The L'Oreal one is just very much all about the L-ascorbic acid. This, on the other hand, has the ceramides. Of course, it's Sur Ave. It has to have the ceramides, but it also has the cholesterol and the phytosavingae. But what I love about this for this season is actually the texture is really kind of, it's nice and rich. It's also hydrating, which is what I love about the liquid L-ascorbic acid serums. Even though this isn't a waterless formula, it kind of actually sits between the water-based serums and the anhydrous serums. I do kind of like that this is a more stable kind of packaging. At least, you know, it is completely sealed off but when you open it. So even if it's been sitting on the shelf for a little bit, there's nothing seeping in. Great fall-winter option, or anyone who just has a little bit drier skin. We're really getting into the actives now. I want to talk about Olay Regenerist Retinol 24. Love, love, love this formula. This uses their own retinol complex, which does contain retinol in it. Thank goodness, no fragrance in it. It does have quite a bit of niacinamide in it. It's got a peptide complex. The formula itself is really elegant. It's, again, wonderful for this time of year. It's a little bit of an emulsion, but it's lightweight still. It is hydrating. It's got that emulsion texture, but there's no oils in it. So there's nothing heavy about this at all. Completely weightless. It disappears into your skin like instantaneously. I feel like this is a great non-irritating option. I know that when I was using this, I didn't feel any irritation at all. But then again, I'm adjusted to tretinoin as well, so I can't tell you. I think it's always good to proceed and start cautiously and phase in any kind of retinol product. But this seems pretty gentle to me. It makes the skin look fantastic. And also I do feel like it's a great option for anyone who is starting out. I mean, this complex, it's always hard to tell percentage-wise how strong something is when it's a complex. So, but I mean, the active ingredient does feature quite high. So no downtime, weightless. This is like a fantastic age defensive serum. A sheet mask I want to talk about because it has been such a skin saver is this one from Benton, the Goodbye Redness Centella Mask Pack. So Benton is one of the original clean Korean beauty brands. Their formulas have also always strived to be as natural as possible. What's so fantastic about this sheet mask is not only is it really, really hydrating, but this is basically all about the calming and soothing ingredients. This uses Centella asiatica and pretty much every single derivative possible from it. It has Centella asiatica, it's got madecassoside, madecassic acid, asiatic acid. It's got like all these other different ingredients that are derived from Centella asiatica. This is 20 minutes of intense soothing and calming. If your skin is for any reason just really angry, if it's inflamed, if you have acne, or it's just angry, then just when you put this on, it just feels like it calms everything down. The redness is dialed down. It's just such a wonderful treatment.
So I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time, or at least find a place to talk about it. The Evolution 18 Beauty Tea De Bloat. Evolution 18, this brand was created by Bobbi Brown, the makeup artist. And this is her evolution into beauty. It's something she always believed in, that, if we properly take care of our insides, it will radiate on the outside. So the reason why I like this has really little to do with what I think it's actually intended or marketed for, which is the deep bloat. I mean, I think that was my original reason for just really wanting to try it. But I've repurchased this so many times because it does a lot more. The debloating part, for me at least, is just not as noticeable. So this isn't your traditional tea bag or loose leaf tea. This is in fact a powder. And for me, I actually really, really like the taste of it. I find drinking plain water just really difficult. I don't know what that is, but this has sort of a nice, not too sweet berry flavor. So this has the vitamin B's in it, which always give me sort of a nice boost of vitality. I'm not a morning person at all, so it's always great to have that good sort of energy boost. But also the roots in here, they have the adaptogen roots in here, which I'm absolutely a lover of. It's got the ashwagandha, it's got the ginger roots, so it gives me some focus. It's got green tea and the oolong, and what they use to relieve bloating is dandelion root, juniper berry, as well as hydrangea root. It's just got a lot of good stuff in there. But I also love that I feel like this really helps my digestion issues. I've got all the symptoms that are related to stressful living in the city. So I like that this really sort of settles and calms my stomach as well. I just take this whenever I'm just feeling particularly there. So before going on long haul flights, I often like to show the kit that I'm bringing on board with me on Instagram. And you guys are always asking me a lot about this. This is the magnesium supplement that I take. I've been taking magnesium for over a decade now. It is, and on long haul flights, this is like my savior. It has this amazing ability of just relaxing my body and calming everything down, but not in a way that makes me feel lethargic or like I can't move or sleepy or tired. It just calms everything down. So for someone like me, I'm a terrible sleeper. I am so bad at sleeping. I mean, once I am asleep, I'm good. I mean, nothing's going to wake me up, but it's like getting relaxed enough to be able to fall asleep. That's what's really difficult for me. This supplement helps that so much. I can't even tell you. And in the most natural way. I used to take magnesium pills, but for years now, I've been taking it in powder form. And when I travel, it comes in packets as well. But yeah, I've got the lemon flavor. I really love this. Let's talk about makeup now, and some of my favorites here are pretty much an extension of skincare. So I've discovered Physicians Formula Organic Wear Silk Foundation Elixir. I couldn't resist just from the name alone, and the bottle actually. So seriously, as far as the serum or water foundations go, I would purchase this over any of the luxury brand ones that I've tried. First of all, this reads like skincare I would want to put on my face, let alone it being makeup. This has all the beautiful extracts and oils in it. The texture of this is just thin, lightweight silkiness. I would say this is maybe a little more than medium coverage, but it gives you a really, really sort of natural skin finish look. If you love oil foundations, you will love this. It's not greasy at all, though. If anything, it's more silky, and it does sort of dry down. But like the oil serums, if you do have any kind of flakiness going on, that will show up. Another product I love. I kind of went down a bit of this rabbit hole. I really like this this line, the Organic Wear line. So their Dewy Blush Elixir. So this is a cheek oil. It's an oil blush, and I love that. I do have a few cheek and lip oils right now that I love, but they are quite expensive. This is actually even better. At least as makeup, this is sort of the perfect combination because not only is it really pigmented, but it has some serious staying power. I mean, when it comes to lip oils and cheek oils, I would say that's the one thing. I love them, but they don't last long. This does everything you want an oil blush to do. It gives you that perfect, natural, sort of highlighted, good skin, glossy skin look without being
oily and greasy. This itself, again, is like a serum. It's got, the sunflower seed, apricot kernel, jojoba oils, but it also has beautiful extracts and, rice bran extract. And it's just, just a most beautiful finish as well, especially for the upcoming drier, colder seasons. I think this is just a perfect makeup/skincare product to use. So that's it, guys. These are just some of my new fall favorite drugstore picks. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye.